Hi, I'm Ambry and this is Ambry's Corner, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome back. Hi guys, today I am back with another video for you guys. Today's video is a story time. And I just remember around these times when, you know, it used to be me getting ready to go back to school and stuff like that. Alright, so takes place when I was in middle school. I want to say it was about my 6th grade year, and something about me, I'm not like a big fan of shoes. You know, back then I wasn't a big fan of shoes like most people are. I'm not a tennis shoe freak. You know, I'm good with like a pair of combat boots, a pair of regular boots. In the winter time, a nice pair of tennis shoes, you know, whatever. And the same thing goes for summer. You know what I mean? Like not boots, but you know, sandals, cute sandals, cause I used to keep my toes done back then. So flats. You know, for the days I didn't want to get my toes done, you know, anything like that. I was very simplistic. And other than that, I had high shoes that I wear. I'm like that even now. I got high shoes that I wear everywhere. That's what I do. And I've been that way since I was in middle school. I don't know what it is about me and high shoes, but for me, a good pair of shoes that are torn, that's broken in, that feels good, I will wear it. So this was probably like the first month back in school. We had just came back. School had started. And you know, I was settling in fine, everything was good. And so I think right before like school hadn't started, you know, my mom is really funny about shoes, like really funny. And shoes for her, they're not a struggle, but she just likes something to cover her feet. She don't like to show feet. And so I know around this time, like my mom had started buying, like she wanted like a nice pair of shoes to wear with certain outfits. And she was having trouble finding cute shoes that would work with her outfits, that didn't involve a heel or that wasn't an actual sandal. They was like these like little slides, and it was mesh on top, so it was see-through on top. It was mesh on top, and it had like it was like beaded flowers on the top of the mesh part. And so she had bought these shoes with the intention of wearing with certain outfits, and I guess the shoes didn't quite meet her expectations. So she's like, well, I don't really want these. Instantly, like I started wearing them as high shoes. I would wear them outside the house, inside the house, around the house. They instantly became high shoes. Well, I had the high shoes for long that I started to wear them, break them in a little bit, and they were broken in pretty nicely. And so at the top of the high shoe was like a little hole in them, from like where you know, I had worn them in so much, and it had like started to come up out of like the sole of the shoe. So I had these shoes for a while at this point, and I wore them absolutely everywhere. All summer long, I was in these shoes. Anyway, so this is like I said, we was in like our first month back at school, and it was almost a month that we was in, so we probably like at this point. And so I remember at the beginning of the year, my mom had got me some all white Air Force Ones. They were beautiful, a beautiful pair of shoes, and they were brand spanking new. I think the entire time I had them, I probably only wore them one time the whole entire year. And since we go back to school in summer, so my toes was done, so I didn't have no reason to put on no tennis. I hadn't worn my new ones yet. My mom was like, yeah, you need to go ahead and wear those. Those are gonna be so cute. You need to wear those. You need to wear those. You need to wear those. We gonna wear them. Even my friends like, yes, man, why you got these brand new spanking shoes up here? You haven't worn them yet. Like, so I think the next day I had an outfit planned, so I said, okay, well, you know, this would be cute with this outfit. I'm gonna wear the shoes. I had full interest, so I pulled the shoes out. I got up that morning, I did my whole little morning routine or whatever I had. And at this point, and I'm one of those people, like, before I even leave the house, my shoes are the very last thing I put on before I leave the house. The very last thing. So I'm walking around in my high shoes the entire morning. Well, it comes time for us to leave, so my mama say, yeah, get ready, we about to go. So I get my stuff ready, and I always set my book back in the living room. So this morning was no different. I did the same routine. I got all my stuff together. I put it in my book bag, and I took my book bag and I put it by the door so that when we left out, I could just grab it. I was heading back to my room. I don't know if I got distracted. I don't know if I was talking to my mom on my way back in. I called myself coming back to the room to put on my shoes. And so then after my mom got to talking, she said, oh, come on, let's go. We're going to be late. So we running out the door, heading to the car so I can get to school on time. And then we leave. We leave. She takes me to school. And I'm not aware my feet are mad comfortable. I'm not connected. Okay, why are my feet feeling so good? So one thing about my school is in the mornings, like, classes then starts like 8 o'clock, so they would let us leave like 5 till to give us time to go to our lockers and get to class. And you know, since like each grade had its own hallway, it didn't take us a whole lot of time to get to our classes, and it didn't take a whole lot of time for us to get to our lockers either, because we didn't have to do that much. I mean, they would let us out like 10 till 5 till out of gym. So every grade, 6th, 7th, and 8th would be in the gym, sitting on the bleachers, and then they would dismiss us by grade. That's where we would go every morning. All grades had to report to their hallway, including staff and faculty had to report to the gym in the mornings. If you wasn't eating breakfast, that's where you were going. Like, when you got through with breakfast, that's where you needed to head in the mornings. So and I'm walking into the gym. Now a few minutes in, like I was like, some boys that I was in class that had classes with me that was in the 6th grade was like sitting at the bottom on the bleachers, And so when I walked by, they just started laughing at me, and they was like pointing down at my shoes, and I was like, they stupid, whatever. And I keep going, and it's something. I walk a little bit farther in, and then like I noticed, like, you know, more people are looking and pointing down at my shoes. So I just kind of looked down, like, what are they laughing at? I looked down. I looked at my feet, and y'all, I'm with the hole, and you can see like my little white sock hanging. You can see like, well, I had on white socks, so pure white socks. You could see like my socks through the shoe, and you can see my foot hanging out of the little hole with the white socks on at all. So as I finally noticed what everybody laughing at, and I'm like, and I kind of laugh and giggle like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did. That's how comfortable these high shoes was. Like, these high shoes had to be mad comfortable for me just to walk out the house and not think anything else about my shoes or with my. I didn't even look. I mean, I didn't even look down until I got to school. I didn't even look down at my shoes. So after I noticed it, I go and I tell a principal or somebody that, you know, I got on the wrong shoes. I need to go back to the office and call my mom and let her know that she needs to come back because I need my shoes. So whoever I asked said, yeah, you can go back to the front office and do that. So I ran back up to the front of the school, and I go to the and it's about 8 o'clock at this point, so everybody's being released to go to classes or whatever. So I'm gonna go and I call mom. I said, Mama. She said, what, boo? I said, I don't walk out the house with these high shoes on. I said, can you please bring me my tennis shoes so I can put those on? She said, yeah. She said, yeah. I might be back up there in a minute. So my mom even hadn't got home yet. She had just dropped me off not even 10 minutes ago. So she hadn't even got down the road good. So she drives all the way home, and that's a good little piece. Drives all the way home, goes in the house, get my tennis shoes, and drives right home and brings me back my shoes. And she go. I ended up having to go to class. I couldn't wait at the front office, so I had to go to class. So I go to my first class. Probably about maybe 15-20 minutes into my class, I get a call back up to the front, up at the front with my tennis shoes. So I hurry up, switch shoes out. Them shoes were so comfortable. If everybody hadn't been like, if the shoes hadn't been like how they were, I probably would have worn them to school anyway. I probably would have. I probably wouldn't have. They were probably bad, dirty. Not to mention they had a hole in them. And I already walked flew-footed. Like, I don't know what it is about my foot, but like, when I walk, my foot literally go to like the edge of my shoes. That's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next one.